I know y'all seen a lot of those Farrakhan videos on Facebook. I mean, I'm not of the Muslim faith or anything, but I feel like he talks about a lot of, good things especially for the black community or whatever. But in recent, that's in the last couple of weeks or whatever, Facebook has banned a lot of, individuals that they feel like that are extremists, and they just happen to ban Farrakhan. Now, when they say they banned him, are they saying that he can't make a Facebook account, or what? They don't let his videos be played? Cause I done seen his video. So what do they mean by him being banned?
Well, whenever somebody posts on Facebook or any social media where it's like hate, if they saying hateful things, then they get banned, basically.
Yeah.
But I don't think brother always say anything if you just speaking facts about how things is wicked and fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. It's a crazy world.
I mean, I ain't never really heard him say nothing racist or
Oh, I heard it.
Well, he may have, but most stuff I done heard, it was just, he was just the truth. Yeah, just talking about stuff about the black community and about different things and how we need to move and all that, Now, I did read an article, though. They said that I guess they said they banned him from Facebook because he made a lot of blatant anti-Semitic comments, basically saying negative stuff about Jews. He's saying that the Jews were responsible for all of just a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna quote anything because I don't know if it's true or not, but just talking about like the Jews in Hollywood and the Jews that own all the record labels. Just talking about how they brainwash. And I don't sing out no specific community, but I do have my opinions on especially like Hollywood folk and all the labels or whatever. But they said they banned him for that. So don't that sound like a power play? For them to ban him from Facebook?
Yeah, they probably don't want that information to get out.
You already know that's why he got security out there, because he already know the topics and things he talking about is very dangerous. Because it is a wicked government out here.
Shit, it's wicked folks in all aspects of the game. Shit, Hollywood, government, all that shit. Yeah, that's me. But speaking of record labels, the labels, of course, they had to adapt to, the game changing over, and now they don't do the physical copies of albums anymore. Basically, everything, stream. You either could download your music, or you can just go subscribe to a little website and, like Apple, Google, and all that good stuff, get your music out. But how do y'all feel about the switch over? Do y'all feel like that's hurting the music industry or what?
I feel like the people just need to slow down, man, with all this technology. Everybody ain't ready for it. And then it's too much. Some folks just want to do the simple thing. All this on the extra ass shit they coming up with, it ain't safe for everybody. Just like, okay, the cars, for example, they got cars, you can't do this and all that, but people can actually hack your car and put you in a crash if a person know what they doing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to that, I feel like really the whole switch over to digital with stuff, it hurts the people that still operate with cash. You the type of person just keep cash on you, or you don't have a credit card, or you don't have a bank account. It's getting harder and harder for people just living like that to operate in everyday life. And streaming is just another example. I mean, you either gonna get what they give you on the radio, which is like 5 songs, just every hour the same 5 songs, or you gonna, subscribe to a website and get your music or whatever, get your whole catalog of music.
It just seems like it's a way just for them to fake sales and shit. Like, you can't fake no album sales, how many people go in the stores buying this shit. But with streams, they can have machines and shit that run them numbers up and saying like, oh, that shit was streamed over 100 million times.
Yeah. So you said with things going digital, that's basically just making it more easy for folks to lie. Pretty much.
To finesse the game.
Yeah. And I feel like that too. I feel like with not just music, just a lot of things in life. Like you said, Neil, as the technology get big, it's like it just make it more easy for folks to finesse. You know what I'm saying? You know, to make it look like this, and it ain't really that. You know. But the thing is, with the streaming companies, they have to pay royalties to these record labels. And you know, and that really hurts those companies' profits. Like they got companies like iHeartRadio, they're pretty much in debt right now. So and then also you got like SoundCloud, all them just going through those things. A lot of say if all these small companies was to fall off and the record label was to buy them.
You say what now? Say that again.
Like if all the record labels was to buy up the small streaming companies.
It'll be the same way how they do anything. They gonna operate it the way they want you to operate. They ain't just gonna let nobody go in there and do what they want to do. They gonna want to tell you what to do.
Shit, before you know it, it almost be like certain artists, hell, like say if, I don't know, Universal buys a streaming company. Next thing you know, now the only way you can hear a Universal artist is through the streaming company that they own or whatever. You won't be able to even get it on another thing. I think really what's gonna happen is it's gonna hurt the consumer. You know, right now I feel like this is the golden age. You pretty much get on the streaming app and get all the music you want. But I don't think it's gonna be like that, felt. I think they gonna change their shit up, and you know, it's gonna be some crazy shit, man. You know, what if the artists, you know how Tidal, you know, they bought their own streaming label with Jay-Z and a lot of other artists. Do y'all think that could be a trend down south? Say a lot of down south artists get together and buy their own streaming company.
Nah, niggas down south don't stick together. They don't have a business mind like they would be like, oh, if all of us is together, we can make $1 billion or some shit. They ain't gonna do it. Probably Atlanta, they probably could do it.
What if Atlanta got their own streaming service? The only way you can hear any Atlanta music was through one big company.
It's gonna change the game, and there's gonna be a trend, and then you're gonna have California, then you're gonna have New York.
Yeah.
And then
you wanna hear New York music, you got to have this app. You wanna hear California music, you gotta hear. I'm telling you, this shit gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly, man. Cause like you said, this whole streaming stuff, they using it to manipulate sales. This shit gonna get ugly.
I feel like there need to be a movement to bringing shit back. The clothing designs, what the topic we had on earlier, and even the streaming and everything. Cause some folks still love CDs and everything. People don't just got that shit in their car and all that stuff. You know, they moving too fast for everything.
Yeah. All that I used to hate about them damn CDs, the motherfuckers.
Now, whoever thought that cell phones and everything become powerful than they is today?
Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, everything's becoming more digital. So it's like the whole being scared of technology. You're not gonna be able to operate in this world without the,
without fucking with technology.
Yeah, that's how they got it. You know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you one thing I did in this past week. I mean, you know, I like to listen to a lot of old artists and everything, shit that I used to listen to in high school. But what I did recently in this past week, I listened to a lot of the new female rappers that's out, the new generation or whatever. And, you know, back when I was coming up, I mean, of course, like in the 90s, you had a lot of them, but around about the 2000s, early 2000s, you ain't really had nobody. And then it got to a point to where the only female rapper that was like hot, that was doing shit, was Nicki Minaj. But
in Memphis, we had Lil Chat in Memphis.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's 90s. That's 90s, early 2000s. But I'm talking about like at one point in time, really the beginning of this decade, name a female artist other than Nicki Minaj.
In 2010?
Yeah.
You know all we gotta call it B now. Call it.
I'm talking about 2010. Well,
in 2010, I don't know.
Wait a minute.
It was It was some females rapping though.
They went on
I can't
nigga
think
status
of
though. Nigga
But
was
that's
the
what I'm
bitch.
saying. If you can't think of their name off top of the head, then it
Shit, they didn't fell off by now.
Yeah. But now that shit done changed. I mean, you know, with Cardi B busting out on the scene and doing her thing, you got a lot of other female rappers in there. What you got? You got what's her name? Megan Thee Stallion. You know, she's what's she from? Houston, Texas.
Yeah, she from Houston.
Yeah. I listened to a few songs from her.
Big
whatever.
old freak.
Yeah, females love that song. They love that one. I know they got the strip clubs lit with that one, goddamn it, you know. But I feel like her music, honestly, other than like Travis Scott, who else rapping from Texas that you just know? I'm talking about like up to date.
Just like in the mainstream.
Yellow B, is he?
Well, he from Dallas.
It's Texas.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Houston though.
Houston, shit. He got nobody but Slim Thug.
Well, I'm talking about somebody up to date, but I feel like, you know, she got a nice flow or whatever, and honestly, shit, she may be able to bring Houston back to that mainstream success that they had back in the mid 2000s. You know what I'm saying? I mean, cause she got that flow.
But I
Her
just
flow is tight.
I'm looking at the music and everything. What's the message? You turning
talking
all
about
the young
sex.
girls, turning young girls into whores.
Well, I'm just speaking from from a perspective of a man. I mean, when it comes to female rappers, none of they shit gonna pertain to what I'm just gonna listen to on a regular.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be
None
a
of that
female
shit.
rapper come out
That
and
ain't
be
they
on
goal.
like some
That ain't they goal.
woke type shit or like some
Nah.
lyrics or nothing like that.
Yeah. I mean, then at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know if that'll even be profitable.
Yeah,
coming
females.
from
People
females.
like to see females just talk about some turning up type shit, smashing and shit.
Yeah.
That's what you want to hear from females.
But then it's different ways to do that shit though. Like I said, the 5 artists that I listen to, they all talk about pretty much the same thing, but their flow is different. Like I said, the Megan Thee Stallion, she just give me that Houston vibe, and I think honestly, once these artists, like the new female artists, start to like do features on like just different folk songs, like outside the box, not just like the, you know, just go to get you an Atlanta artist. When they start getting on songs with like, I don't know, Drake, you know, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, just kind of branching out, just start mixing up with different artists or whatever, getting different type of producers. Yeah, they make it do some things, man. Like Cash Doll. Like I said, they pretty much talk about the same thing, but one thing about Cash Doll, I think if you put her in a freestyle battle,
yeah, she got bars. you ever heard of Cash Dog?
She alright.
She alright.
I think she could probably handle herself in a freestyle
I
battle.
just want to see a female artist that's coming like Queen Latifah, and inspiring women to not be a hoe, to not be a big old freak, to have standards for themselves, to put a nigga in their place if they do disrespect. Like, shit, if this what the generation going on, if you do bring a daughter or somebody in this world, 9 times out of 10, 80%, 85, 80% of the time, she gonna only be a part of her, what's that shit you say? A part of her environment, you know what I'm saying? Her vibe.
Yeah. Now all she sees is
if her friend,
city girls, and she gonna want to be a city girl. So
Oh, you don't suck dick, girl. You lame as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it gonna be on.
I mean, the message of your music is always important, but I feel like you gotta start somewhere, though. You gotta start somewhere. I just think it's a good thing that you do have. You actually got you a selection of female rappers to choose from, because at first you didn't have shit, like I said, 1 or 2, goddamn it, and one was dominating everything. You ain't see no other artists. You know, it's gonna take some time for it to get there. But if I had to counter what you saying, if I look at the male rappers out here, they basically talk about the same shit. Like, okay,
killing, shooting, fucking a nigga.
What do the
girl,
females
doing
talk about? The
drugs.
females damn, I said we males. No, I'm drunk as hell. I'm drunk as hell looking at. Hey, but like all the dude rappers, they talk about what? Fucking your bitch.
Doing drugs
and all that shit.
Immaterial jewelries in the cars.
And shine and all that shit. The female rappers talk about the same shit. They talk about the same exact shit. So at the end of the day, I think rap as a whole has a problem with the message that is pushing out.
I don't think
it ain't just the female rappers.
I think it's the record companies and the radio stage because that's what they choose to push.
Yeah.
Negative shit to fuck up the black community.
They could put some positive shit out if they wanted to.
And the reason why I'm looking at I'm putting a microscope on the female rappers, because when I listen to all of them, even though they was all talking about the same shit, but when I listened to them, it seemed like maybe, like you said, the record labels only want to push these type of records. So I'm pretty sure, like I said, I listened to that.
Cause they know
Cash
sex sell.
Yeah. I feel like that Cash Doll, she probably, if it was profitable to talk about some other shit, she probably had something different to talk about. Megan Thee Stallion, I think she will have some other shit to talk about if they let this shit get out.
What was that female used to rap? They say I'm hating, but they broke though. What was it?
LA Mama, whatever her name.
Young and May, she was bumping.
Yeah, and then I think that's kind of strange that she didn't really like put out just.
Cause she coming like a nigga. She wasn't talking about she a stud.
I guess they didn't know how to market that shit.
Yeah, that would have. No, we want you to talk about this. We need sex to sell. You a stud. You talking about your scrap arm.
So that didn't work.
But I feel like that's fucked up. Like artists in general, whether it's male or female. I feel like a lot of the artists, they are slave to the label. The label wants this type of message to get out, so that's the only message they allow them to put out. When back in the day, man, you had different artists. One artist talking about this shit, another artist talking about that. You just take your pick. Whatever you want to listen to, you had some variety to choose from. Whereas like these female artists and just any artists out right now, they all talk about the same shit. What's that, light skinned Keisha, talking about fucking a lot. Now the city girls, it's a difference between the city girls and what the other girls. The city girls be talking about finesse.
Yeah, kind of like some shit Lil Chat and them on, but was in a nicer version.
But yeah, just a nicer version of what Lil Chat.
Basically, they robbing niggas without a gun.
Yeah,
city girls.
Yeah,
and see, that's the wrong type of message. You might got some girls thinking some finessing. Yeah. You finesse this nigga, but he already know your info and bust your goddamn head next time you see you at the gas station. Yeah. Now why you kill her? You ain't know what she did behind closed doors.
Yeah. But but of course, like I said, a lot of the shit they talking about, that's is catered to a female audience. I get that or whatever, but just like the male artists, we need a little bit more variety of the topics that they choose from. You know what I'm saying? Just sex, money, what I can do and what I can get out of nigga now. Like, come on there, man. We need a little bit more variety, but I just say, it is cool though that we do got more artists. Just need a little bit more variety when it comes to the message.